Okay, everybody. So I know this is fun. This is another attempt. We're going to try and start off a new program live, where basically we just interview friends on the spot on hilarious stories they've just told us that we think everybody needs to know about that have to do with being a kid and learning about money. So, Kristy, tell me the story that you just told me like a second ago, okay? Because this was great. I just thought, like, what in the world, okay? So you're in Arizona at this time. You're a teenager, 16 years old, I take it?
High school, Arizona. So I had some friends that were running around an alley. They were teenage boys, and some homeless man. I don't know all the exact details, but somehow some homeless man sold them a car for $50.
$50. He had a car, though. This is what it is.
The homeless man had a car.
Okay.
That he's like, you guys want to buy a car? And they were like, yes. And he's like, $50. And they were the rich kids in school, so they bought the car for $50. They're like, we're gonna trash this thing. It's our car. You know, none of these things as an adult that we're like, I gotta get the title and notarized. No.
Well, what's crazy about this, just to start off, okay? Like, because this is what makes me laugh, is like rich kids. It's just like just destructive. And,
I think most of them owned a car that mom and dad had bought them, but I mean, why not?
They wanted. Okay,
why not buy this car from a
experience.
homeless man for $50? So they're like, we're gonna trash this thing.
Dude, $50, and I would have had like a box of magic cards. Okay, like or some other waste, you know. But
what
this would have been cool.
Kid has $50 on them while they're like running down an alley.
Yeah.
Wait, so they're like, we're gonna run it into dumpsters down the alley. I mean,
Beautiful.
So
Okay.
This car must have had its keys and everything. So they're too chicken. They're like driving it. They're too chicken to actually crash into the dumpsters. They're like going like 2 miles an hour.
But I'm terrified.
It was a convertible. I did see the car. It was like a khaki convertible. So then they take it out to the desert and they're like running it around and running into things out in the desert because it's Arizona, and it gets nighttime and the police show up. They said, well, do you know that you don't have your headlights on? And they were like, oh, really? Because they were working a second ago. And the cop says, how can that be when they're smashed out?
Yes.
So then they said, they finally, after the cop left, they're like, all right, well, let's burn this thing to the ground. They tried to light it on fire. It wouldn't light on fire, so they just ended up abandoning.
Cars never light on fire.
No,
Cars don't burn well.
They had this like
they're
image
made of metal.
Of like throwing the match on it and then like running away and it explode. But no, They said it just kept burning in the leather seats, and finally they just abandoned the car.
So I guess my last question for you is like, how did this affect you as a kid? Like watching your friends buy a car for $50 and then wanting to like burn it.
Well, the truth is, like, my parents didn't buy me a car, and so the first thought I thought was like, I want a car for $50. And if I got a car for $50, dang straight, I wouldn't be smashing it and destroying it in the desert. It wouldn't be a disposable thing like it was to these kids.
Disposable cars. Do you think we could make a market out of this?
Yeah.
Like,
Go crash in the desert with your disposable car.
I can imagine like 16-year-olds coming up with this business. Like, dude, there are these disposable
Run into dumpsters.
cars.
It's $50.
Run into dumpsters. I love this. I love this story. Thank you so much.
But I mean, you think about it, and you're like, I mean, if I would have bought that car and tried to make it like for real, like my car, like you would have to like try to get the title on this sucker. I'm sure the homeless man didn't have a title.
Insurance.
I mean, as an adult, you think of those things. As teenage kids, it didn't even cross.
But you know, the disposable car market, though, probably we could pass some laws that the no insurance required. But then you'd use the disposable car market
Just go to the bumper
circumvent
cars.
the legal car market. Bumper cars. That's the safe way to go, kids. In any case, well, thank you so much, Kristy, for that story. I really appreciate it. Enjoy, everybody. Bye-bye.